Live is speculation and mine and our guest opinion. Hello and welcome to my channel, guys, and thanks for joining me with my live. I will be live shortly. We sleuth for the truth, and us here in our community are boots on the ground. We are Las Vegas Missing and More. You can check us out on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and now YouTube. And everything talked about in this live is speculation and mine and our guest opinions. Everything that's talked about or shared or any other is under the fair use. Subscribe. See you soon. Hello and welcome. I'm not sure. I can't see the comments right now, guys, so bear with me. I'm not sure if there's anybody even in here. So this was 4 days ago, yesterday when I screenshotted it. It's definitely 5 days now. We're going to talk about that too. So in this clip, this sister, I'm really worried about this timeline. It's just not adding up for me, man. The sister talks about, she's the one that tracked down the truck video of the food truck. She gives the time of like 1:40. I don't know where the whole interview to this went. I really wish I would have like screen recorded the whole thing, but I only screen recorded a little bit of it. She talks about how she was the one that found the truck video. She found the video of the supposed, Uber driver that took her home, and she had this time frame of them calling, this person Jack, at 226 to 253, and then it's now changed 252 to 244, and they didn't get home until 3 almost, like 1 or oh, sorry, 2, it was 159. Like, I'm so confused. So I'm gonna play some of this, and then you guys can let me know what y'all think. So hold on 1 second.
Jack 6 times between 2:26 a.m. to 2:44 a.m.
Gosh, I give you a
Kaylee calls Jack 6 times between 2:26 a.m. to 2:44 a.m.
gosh.
Okay, so in that clip, that was like one of her first interviews. It's longer than this, of course. She was very like, I'm the one that did this. I found this information. This is very, very true. And she had this timeline, obviously, from already looking at the phone records, right? Okay, hold on. So I was just talking to myself. I love to do that. So this is from 1 day ago. She gives ABC 7 the 226 to 252. Okay, so 5 days ago, you wouldn't have known that when you checked your sister's phone. I mean, you said it was 226 to 244. You were very confident about that. You tracked down the food truck and all. So wouldn't you have known that there was the 6 calls that were from this time frame and not 226 to 244? Why did we get that in the beginning? Okay, so hold on.
we have no idea where they were, but we do have a pretty tight timeline on Kaylee and Maddie, and it is close to what they are posting, but it is a difference, and that difference actually could be huge. I mean, it could be, it could not be, but 145, 159. So there is, and we have corroborated our with my phone records, Kaylee's phone records, the driver that was,
You've checked your phone records,
yes,
timestamps, what time they got home. It's not exactly what the police are saying, right?
Right.
it's not 145.
Kaylee and Maddie were picked up from their home at 1122 King around 10:15. It's about a 5-minute drive down. So they arrived to Corner Club around 10:20, which is different than what was released at 10. We know that Kaylee called for an Uber at 1:45. He arrived at 1:49, got in the car around 1:50. It's about a 5-6 minute drive. They arrived home at 1:56.
Is it frustrating that you're
Okay, so this one is saying the timeline now is different when they're arriving home than what law enforcement is giving us. But can we believe this? Because it seems she was very confident the first interview that she called this Jack. Like, she made it sound like she didn't know who Jack was from 226 to 244. And then she changes it 3 days later to 226 to 252. And now they know who Jack is. And Jack is part of their family. And Jack is not guilty. He's very innocent. What's up with the time frame here, guys? I'm not understanding. So when you found the truck originally and the original interview from the truck guy from the Twitch video off of his truck, he said it was 1:30. So, and there's an Inside Edition, I believe, news video that says the timestamp was 1:30 when the guy in the hoodie is standing behind him. So is it 1:30 they were there, 1:40? How long were they at the truck? Like, can we get an accurate time stamp here? Because it's everywhere right now, including from the family.
Kaylee calls Jack, found neighbors' Ring camera footage so that I can verify that the Uber driver took her home.
She's also raising questions.
So 5 days ago when this was uploaded, whether it was that day or the day before, it was uploaded 5 days ago. So she spoke 5 days ago or the day before. And she says she even got the neighbor's Ring camera footage to make sure this Uber dropped off her sister. Well, then she would have known then that it wasn't an Uber, because later it comes out that this was a private party ride. And they still don't say what that is. I believe it was an Uber, but they're not saying it like that. Why they would say Uber or Lyft. Maybe they don't want everybody calling the Uber drivers or company to see if they can find out who dropped them off. I'm not sure. But 5 days ago, you knew this timestamp of 226 to 244 that she was calling Jake or Jack. I'm sorry, there's so many Jakes, Jacks, and Joes and Blows. I can't keep up with the dang names right there. Sorry, but it's very confusing. She knew 5 days ago who dropped them off and what time. So if she knew that, why would she give us 226 to 244 and then now giving us 226 to 253 and her coming home at 159?
questions about why her sister called a young man named Jack multiple times.
Kaylee calls Jack, found neighbors Ring camera footage so that I can verify that the Uber driver took her home.
She's also raising questions about why her sister.
She's also raising questions 5 days ago about why her sister was calling this Jack. But now, as you can see, the links in the comments to Conspiracy, she has the full interview. It's like 17 minutes long. You can go check it out over there. I only have a little part of it on mine. I didn't know there was a full interview until I saw her video. So I've linked it here in the comments. I'll also link it in this video when it's over. But I'm going to play some of it. So give me just a second, because this is when I have like super details now. But 5 days ago, it sounded like she had super details because she had Ring video camera. She already checked the phone records because she already knew about this Jack. And the time was 2:26 to 2:44. Why has that changed?
GONC.
Which one?
The timeline that you've been putting together?
Yeah, I'd say it's very close. I'd say if you have any closer details to kind of hone in, 145 could be very vague. Maybe it's closer to, 150. Let us know if you have anything concrete. Because right.
So in this one, she says it could be close, 145 to 150. Let us know if you have anything that's like concrete. Okay. Do you have the records of your sister's phone? Do you? Because 5 days ago, it sounded like you did. And you tracked down the video, you tracked down Ring cameras. So why now that the police have put out where they were and, the times that they were, why is your timeline changing from 2:26 to 44 to the 2:26 to 2:52? And why are you now saying in this that if anybody has any concrete, or time thing that they could help out with from that, it could be 145 to 150? You saw her get out of this ride, right? What time was that?
Right now, concrete's what we can go off of.
In terms of the details, you said it's close. Does that frustrate you that it's close?
I do, but right now we're still trusting authorities that, it's not going to be 20 minutes here, 15 minutes here that's breaking this. But yeah, I implore.
It's not going to be 15 to 20 minutes that will be breaking this. And then listen to what her mom says, because her mom thinks different. They're both on two separate pages on a lot of things. I don't know if anybody is catching that.
For everyone, if they know something different, bring it to the police, because if they want to tighten up that timeline, we stand with that.
it seems like there's this very big gap when it
If the police want to change the timeline, she stands by them. But after the police come out with their timeline, she comes out with a different one. And then wait until the end of this video if you guys go and watch it, because she says something opposite.
comes to Ethan and Xana. Do you know where they might have been?
I don't, unfortunately. I know nothing about them.
We have no idea where they were, but we do have a pretty tight timeline on Kaylee and Maddie, and it is close to what they are posting, but it is a difference, and that difference actually could be huge. I mean, it could be, it could not be, but 145, 159. So there is, and we have corroborated our.
So the mom seems to think that there would be an issue with the time being off by just a little bit. The sister doesn't. The sister doesn't think this was a crime of passion or somebody that they knew or somebody that's been in this house before, because she's very adamant and very stuck on that pad at the front door that everybody has the code to. She said it in almost every interview she's done, and that it's a party house. Her mom feels in her heart, she feels that this person knew them girls and Ethan. They knew it. They knew this house. This mother and sister right here are on two separate pages. And if you have other information that can come out and help, the sister wants you to, with the time frame of when they were seen or home, or why you have the phone records, you've said, and you've got the Uber driver that took her home and the ring camera of when she was dropped off. Why don't you tell us? Instead of changing back and forth with these times.
With my phone records, Keely's phone records, the driver that was driving them around.
Yeah, so you
really
have
concrete.
You have pulled video seeing the Uber driver dropping them off.
Yes.
You've checked your phone records. You know the
Yes.
timestamps, what time
Yes.
they got home. It's not exactly what police are saying, right?
Right.
It's not 145.
Kaylee and Maddie were picked up from their home at 1122 King around 10:15. It's about a 5-minute drive down. So they arrived to Corner Club around 10:20, which is different than what was released at 10. We know that Kaylee called for an Uber at 1:45. He arrived at 1:49, got in the car around 1:50. It's about a 5-6 minute drive. They arrived home at 1:56.
Is it frustrating that your timeline is based on timestamps from videos and phone records, and their timeline doesn't exactly match yours?
I just feel like there's a reason they're just putting it out, the estimate. I don't know, because they do have that information from us, and they've asked us where we have gotten that information, and we have concrete backing. She put it together.
It could be conflicting stories. We just don't know. This is the information that I stand behind.
I think that when they say 145, I think
So I don't like how she says it could be conflicting stories. What is conflicting about what you are actually fucking looking at? You have the fucking records? Did you see the video? Talk to the Uber driver, private driver. I mean, just say it. I mean, you're talking already. So either nothing or tell us the truth, because the back and the forth with the timelines and saying you're riding with law enforcement if they want to tighten it up, and then saying you want people to give you information if it's 150 or if it's whatever, you know this, you say. So this is confusing and I'm not understanding what is going on. Please go watch her video. I said the link is below. I've shared it. It's right here. Go check out Conspiracy's videos. She has really good videos. Yes. Hey, what's up, Auntie M? I know it's so confusing. It's driving me freaking nuts. Okay. I'm losing sleep over here. Okay, hold on.
they're kind of referring to the whole group arriving approximately 1:45. I believe that maybe Ethan and Xana, and I don't know, may have gotten home around that time. And then the girls, obviously 1:59-ish is shortly after. So they're just kind of grouping that.
So they're saying that law enforcement is just kind of grouping everybody together as those 4 victims coming home at 1:45. The mother is saying that Kaylee and Maddie arrived at 1:59. So a few minutes later. Okay. So they all 4 had to have seen each other. Ain't nobody asleep 7 minutes later, knocked out. You didn't hear nobody come in. I'm not buying it. Okay. So if that's the timeline, then they were all 4 awake in that house together at some point before they were murdered. But wait until you see what I'm going to share now, because this changes the entire timeline for Ethan and his girlfriend. So this is a comment on that interview that I was just showing from Conspiracy's video of a mother that is this mother's son is friends with Ethan. This says, "This is so hard to watch. Ethan texted my son at 2 a.m. and he is almost positive that they were still at the Sigma Chi at this time. Based on what the text said, that wouldn't put them at that house until at least 2:10 to 2:15. My sons called the tip line and reported this days ago, but they are still saying they think Ethan and Xana were at the house at 1:45. Frustrating." Thank you very much. So this, I'm going to play a clip after I talk about this really quick. So this would make more sense to me of a timeline than what's been given. Since Ethan's girlfriend's father is the one that stated his daughter definitely had defensive wounds. Okay. Kaylee and Maddie arrived home first. I think they were being attacked when Ethan and Xana came home, and that's why they were attacked. Because it has only been said by one parent that their child had defensive wounds. It has been said that several of them were asleep. So that means, well, a couple of them were asleep in their beds. So 2. Right? I was like, well, that's weird. This mother wouldn't lie, right? And based off the text, I don't know what the text was, but this son of hers took it as they were still at that party. So if Kaylee and Maddie arrived at 1:59 now, and this message is actually true, Ethan and his girlfriend arrived 20 minutes after Maddie and Kaylee arrived. So, did they walk into that killer in there already? I don't know, because the cops seem to think that they were killed between 3 and 4. So, then there's an interview. I think it might be, I'll have to share it to my community post, but there's an interview with Kaylee's mom and dad, I believe. And the dad talks about one of Kaylee's last text messages is to to Jack, about, you need to come and see this dog. Like, you need to answer me, blah, 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 blah. In the press conference today, they indicated that they have cleared the 2 roommates, basically, at this point. The guy seen in the truck, any person that talked on the dispatch call, and the person that Kaylee and Maddie texted. So I don't think the person that they texted several times, and that's why in the beginning the sister was like this Jack person, because it wasn't the same number as Jack, the boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. There's 2 different people there, and they made that very clear in the press conference today. Hi, Megan. So they've cleared the 2 victims, the guy at the truck, any of the 911 friends that spoke, or any friends that spoke to the 911 dispatch, and they spoke to the individual that was called multiple times. So multiple times, the guy that was called, which is a Jack, and the food truck guy, are 2 different people, is how I took it in the press conference today. I don't know if you guys want to go back and check that out, but they're still looking for the fixed bladed knife. Nobody was gagged or tied or bound. That is not true. They said that again. They've done like some 3D scans, thousands of agencies and forensics and stuff are helping out. They've received 1,000 tips. They've took 4,000 pictures. They've been given from the governor $1 million to continue the investigation on this case. So they seized or got 103 pieces of evidence. So that's a lot. I believe they know a lot more than they are telling us, and I believe the family knows a lot more than they are telling us, and that's why someone's mother and sister are on 2 different pages when it comes to information on what they feel happens or who did it or whatnot. I do want to really point out the reporter's dumbest question they could have asked today in the press. They literally used their only question to ask if this was a murder-suicide situation, and I don't know why in the hell they would even waste their time to ask that question. Of course, that's something they probably looked at in the very beginning, but once there was no weapon, it couldn't have been a murder-suicide. Because who took the weapon and removed the weapon if the last person that killed everybody killed themselves? The weapon would have still been there. I couldn't believe that. I almost fell out of the chair that I was sitting in because I was like, are they shitting me right now? All the questions in the world, and that's what you wanted to ask. So they did clarify that 2 people were on the 3rd floor and 2 people were on the 2nd floor. That's where they were found. And that's what makes me believe that they walked in the door that goes directly to the middle of the house, the 2nd floor that Kaylee's sister talks about. That's when I believe Ethan and them come walking in that door, and said killer is coming down from the 3rd floor after he's already sadly taken Kaylee and Maddie's life, and that's where they get attacked. That's my opinion. based off of this message from a mom that sounds like her son talked to this person at 2 o'clock and they were not home. So that means 15 to 20 minutes later, they got home after Kaylee. So I'm not sure if the Ring camera that this said sister hold to see her sister getting out of this Uber, that same said Ring camera has Ethan and his girlfriend coming home before or after. They should know, right? So none of this is adding up. It's all a bunch of fuckery again. And that's why these cases get the way that they do on the internet. And some of these people twist shit the way that they do because it's the shit that we're given and it's the shit that the family does say. Either come out and be very open and talk about everything that you can and give us every detail and no details that are going to confuse us with the information that you can't give us, or just shut up like Danny did in Quentin's case. He just shut up. He didn't say nothing. He just shut up. That's what needs to be done. Don't come do no more damn interviews with what investigating you've done, because so far your investigating doesn't match up with your own self from what you first said versus what you're saying now, and it don't match up with law enforcement. So I don't know what to tell you guys, but it's all a little weird to me. And I've sent this over, and I've seen several people say that they have sent this over. Hold on. Now, I know it looks daylight in this photo, and I get it, but I'm still confused about it. If I can find it, I have so much shit in here. Okay. Yes. So she looks really uncomfortable. Another creator. I'm not going to mention them because I don't know if they want me to. If they do, I'll let them know. I'll let you guys know who it was in the comments below. But she looks really uncomfortable compared to all these other girls. So I definitely find Dylan to be the odd one, just my opinion. But it looks like they had several parties and they hung out. I don't think Jack is involved. Just look at the way they looked at each other. I really do believe that he loved her. I believe she loved him. But that's not what I was going to show you. Hold on. I don't know why I can't find it. I hate doing that. Hold on one second, guys. Thank you. Hi, how are you? So yeah, I'm just I can't stand it with these cases and this shit be like not making sense. Like if you're gonna talk and give us shit that's not gonna confuse us, or just be quiet, because you're changing your story too now, ma'am, and I'm not liking it because you sounded very confident in the beginning about tracking down everything. Dora the Explorer. Hold on, guys. I'm almost there. I have so many freaking screenshots, and I can't ever remember who's sending me what. So, I found it. Ta-da! I found it. I find it. Can I make this bigger? No. No. Okay. Well, I can't make it bigger. But right down here, this was Dylan's page before she shut it down when this shit broke out. On Instagram. Yes, it's daylight. It's daylight. But this was posted November 13th, 2022 at 3:33 a.m. I don't know if very many people saw it, if they were investigating it like I was. I was on this shit on day one. So as soon as I heard it on the news, I was like, wait, what? So I looked up all these people and I have all kinds of screenshots. Some I haven't shared, some I have. A lot of people I have seen have this on Twitter and Reddit. So can probably find a lot more information on there. I'm curious to why this would be a picture that was uploaded to her Instagram at this time, because I thought they were like knocked out cold asleep since like 1 o'clock when they arrived home themselves, hours before the murder. So I don't know why you were uploading pictures of a now past person in the same home as you between the hours of 3 and 4 when they were murdered. I mean, it's just my opinion, you know. So I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe she just uploaded it at that time and went to sleep. I don't know. Maybe the time is fucking wrong. I don't know. Okay. But when I screenshotted it, and when several other people screenshotted it, this is not my screenshot, by the way. I will be very honest with you guys. I deleted mine because I had so many screenshots of stuff between Quentin's case, this case. I did delete this screenshot and like 3 other ones. Now, the other 2 that I deleted, I did send in a group chat. So we have those 2. I just have to go through the group chat. This one I did get off of Twitter. So if you just type in Kaylee's name on Twitter and you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see this photo. So if anybody wants to go check that out. But I just found it weird as well, because this timeline shit is what's making things even more weird. And then boom, I see this. I mean, I'm sorry. I saw this. I saw some other comments from some weirdos. I'm going to show you their accounts in a minute that keep changing their name and all of that. And then boom, I hear the sister come out with this timeline. Then the cops give us one, and then she gives us another one. And I'm like, what the hell is going on here? So I'm looking back at all these screenshots, these posts, when, who, and who took pictures, who's following who on social media. Well, Mrs. Dillon here only followed one of the girls that she lived with. Okay. Only one. So, in my opinion, she liked one girl in that home that she lived with enough to follow them on social media and not follow anybody else. Okay. That's just my opinion. It's not nothing like validated or nobody told me that. It's just what I think. Yeah, I've looked into Jake. I've looked into all 4 Jacks too. That's why I'm saying there's so many damn J's. Yeah, I think he's younger than that, but I do believe he has dark hair. He's thin. I believe he's been in this house. I believe he's been to a party. He knows these people. He knows that layout. And if it's not from them, it's from a previous renter that he was in school with or something. I don't know, but this person, this is too fucking personal for me. Okay. It's too fucking personal. If you just hated somebody and you wanted to shoot him, you would just, or you wanted to kill him, you just shoot him. You know, choking somebody, stabbing somebody, raping somebody, and then killing them, that is personal to me. That is something that is sick and demented in your mind, that you felt that you needed to do it in those types of ways or do this type of thing or whatever the case is. Okay. Now, I do want to bring up that Maddie and Kaylee were friends since like 5th grade. They really loved each other. They really, really did. They were inseparable. And it's really sad that they had to go out like that together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not fair. It really isn't. But I wanted to go live and talk about that because that timeline was just driving me nuts. And wanted to bring some things up, and I think you guys should really go listen to the press, because I really believe that the truck guy, the food guy, the suspicious guy that everybody thought was suspicious, I really believe that he is a different guy from the guy that was being texted. That's just my opinion. Now, but I do want to share this one video. Yeah. Hold on, guys. All right, hold on, guys. It's playing without me sharing the screen. Hold on. I'll get the hang of this at one damn point. Dum, 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 dum. All right, here we go. Here we go. I got it. Sorry, my kids are running around. You hear them in the background. Okay, hold on. Let me mute.
Jack and said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't. She said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't. She touched Jack and said, Jack, get back to me.
They still talked every single day. Kaylee just thought that she needed a little break. They were on the mend of getting back together. Kaylee talked to Jack the whole time she was here for that week and a half.
One of her messages, one of her last messages, she reached out to Jack and said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't. She goes, we share a dog together, which they did. She's like, you need to reach out to me. So
please come over. She was wanting Jack to come over. Jack is not. They're wasting their time with Jack and
Jack and said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't. She said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't.
Okay, so did you guys hear that? She talked to Jack the whole week and a half that she was there. Kaylee recently moved out of that house. She was not living there. She was just there to show Maddie her new car. She was going back home Tuesday. So the dad just said one of her last text messages was to Jack about, you need to come see the dog. You know, answer me, call me back, whatever. So if this was the same person that was at the food truck, why would she just be sending him one of her last messages? And if it was one of her last messages, it would have been around the time that her and Kaylee were calling this Jack person, right? They're different people, guys.
souls, in the depths of our souls. Jack is hurting, and and Kaylee and Jack would have eventually been married. They would have eventually been married, and they would have eventually had children together. So to say ex-boyfriend, it was Kaylee just being a brat, you know, being like, I just need a break. But Jack was in her heart, and they were close to getting back together, and that was just Kaylee being Kaylee. So absolutely, our heart and our minds and our souls and the depths of our.
Is there anybody who's coming after her on social media? Registered about your sister.
To me, and he didn't. She said, Jack, get back to me. And he didn't.
All right. I thought I had the other video, but I guess I didn't clip it. But there was another one that said that same clip is talking about, you know, how she was trying to just get a hold of him about the dog. They shared the dog. She was going to be leaving, et cetera, et cetera. There's a total of 4 Jacks, Mel. There's 4 total. We have the Jack on the Venmo that Ethan Venmo'd just a few hours before. So there's a total of 4 Jacks. And it looks like a couple of those Jacks followed each other and some of them didn't. Very strange. Just very strange. All of it's strange. So, let me see. I could have swore I had one from there. But I do want to talk about this guy because he's very weird, guys. And he's changed his name several times. And I don't like what he's posting. So this guy on Instagram was calling himself the Moscow Slayer, and then he changed it to the Idahoan Reaper. He's posted some very horrible things I shared to my community page. Let me see if I can pull that up for you guys. Yeah, very weird. He posts a knife, a dog, a cat, a lady that looks like she's screaming. It's very disturbing. And then he keeps changing his name. I did not personally get to screenshot it or even get to see it. I've only heard about it, but apparently he commented on Kaylee's photo like 2 days after their murder and commented some memory thing on their comments, and he wrote back, "Do you know which one died first? Because I do." And it was a very disturbing thing to write. Apparently that's all been sent over to, the police and whatnot, but I'm not sure if this guy bothered. Share the other page. No, 4 Jacks and a Jake. It's on my community post. I'm going to pull it for you guys too while I'm on there. Give me just a second. You're welcome. I had forgot about that Jack too, because I was really not including him because he wasn't like a boyfriend or involved in like the truck video or anything. But then somebody did remind me of that person in the comments, and I was like, oh yeah. So I had to put it like pinned in the comment that there is another Jack. It was just somebody that Ethan sent a Venmo to. It's called the Venmo Jack. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so here's this creep guy. You see this? It's weird. Can I click on this? Does it get bigger? I've never been on my community post with there we go. See, he was the Idahoan Ripper, and now he's that other one that I was just showing you guys. But look at the shit that he posts. And the things that he says in these photos are just, it was disturbing. I mean, disturbing. I just find him odd. That's all. I really do. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. He's definitely weird. All right, now let me show you the Jack post. Oh wait, I'm still on this one. How do I get out of here? Like this? I don't know. I'm not logged into my YouTube. I'm logged into my husband's. I don't know why. Okay, it's gonna be down. Yeah, this psycho piece of shit. Rest in peace, little baby boy. He's so cute. How could you hurt him? Makes me sick. That crazy lady too. Jesus, have you guys seen her TikToks? Lord. Lord. We're coming up to it, guys. Sorry. Okay, here we go. We're coming up to it. Jeez, Nikki. Wow, I've posted a lot. I apologize, guys. Probably would have been better to go to my ding. No, it was before this. No, we're going down way too far, guys. Probably have better luck going to conspiracies to find it instead of mine because I don't know where the hell I posted it. Jake was Kylie's ex. Okay, that's me talking about that. Okay, here we go. So there's Jake. I'm not gonna put all their, I mean, it's on the screen. I don't want to dox anybody. So Jake D, which is Jack D, which is Kaylee's boyfriend / ex. Then there's Jack S, which is the guy that was on the food truck, and I thought was the same guy that was kicked out of the frat party and has a knife and likes to hunt and all that. I don't know if it is, but that's what I think. And then there's Jack S, which is Maddie's boyfriend. Which is Jake S, which is Maddie's boyfriend. And then there's another Jack in the comments. So there's Jack S, Jack D, Jack K, the Venmo guy, and Jake. Okay, Mel, you're right. I apologize. You're right. There is 3. I'm sorry. I'm confusing you more than we're already confused with the damn case. There is 3 Jacks. It's Jake that I keep getting confused on. Jesus. You're right. 3 Jacks, guys. Jack S, Jack D, Jack K, and then Jake S. Okay, so yeah. All right. Yep, you're right. Yep, you thought Jack S, D, and K. You are correct. I don't know why I kept thinking the 4 Jacks and the J. It's just too many. There's 4 J's, Nikki, and that's what I just need to realize. It's my fault. Yes, Jack K is the Venmo person. It is confusing. I was like, geez. Because I had originally put 2 Jacks and a Jake. That's what it was. And somebody was like, no. I was like, am I right, guys? And somebody was like, no, there's one more Jack. I was like, dang, okay. So, yeah. That's it, guys. I just wanted to jump on and tell you guys. So, that's about all. I appreciate you guys for joining. If you guys liked the video, give it a thumbs up so more people can see it. If you haven't subscribed yet and you want to, that's cool. You do not have to. One person's eyeballs is better than none. I'm not mad. I'm very happy with whatever gets seen. So I'm going to go ahead and share some of the missing. I do know that, yes, one of them partial remains have been found. The other one, they are searching a backyard for. I still want to show their faces. I do it at the end of every live. So again, just remember what's done in the dark always comes to light. Have a good night. Love and light and stay blessed.